This is Neil Ratner, Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend Dental and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend Dental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. On July 1st, 1968, the band released their debut album, Music from Big Pink, a distinctive blend of country, rock, folk, classical, R&B, blues, and soul. Al Cooper's rave review of Music from Big Pink in Rolling Stone magazine ended with the words, "This album was recorded in approximately 2 weeks. There are people who will work their lives away in vain and not touch it." The laid-back feel of the record attracted the attention of other major artists, including Roger Waters, who called it the second most influential record in the history of rock and roll after the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper, and said that it affected Pink Floyd deeply, deeply, deeply. George Harrison was impressed by the album's musicianship and sense of camaraderie, and Eric Clapton was so impressed that he came to Woodstock to try to join the group. Rick Danko found the Pink House in West Saugerties, and as Robbie Robertson relates, it was the perfect place for them to write, rehearse, and demo the material that would eventually appear on their debut album.
Well, the house was just an ordinary place, but it was in the middle of 100 acres. And for that, the freedom that it made us feel, and that the isolation and the privacy, and it was just a dream come true. So this house had a few bedrooms in it where some of the guys could stay. Very, very normal. It's actually a bit hard to describe it because there was nothing about it that was very much to look at, really. But it had some furniture in it, and it accommodated the situation perfectly. But it was pink. And that was a joke. So we called it Big Pink as a type of a joke. But the basement was this set up, all of our instruments were there, and we were all in a circle, and it just felt like this was meant to be.
Bob Dylan offered to sing on the album, but ultimately realized it was important for the band to make their own statement. So instead, Dylan signified his presence by contributing a cover painting. The song "The Wait," the first single from the album, was inspired by the American South, the life experience of band members, especially Levon Helm, and movies of filmmaker Louis Brunel. And although not a hit at the time, the song has been covered multiple times and continues to be a favorite. Okay, let's listen. The band and The Wait.